Tim, do we have a clicker?
We do.
Come on, let's get the clicker. Come on. Clicker. Clicker.
I think we gave it to her because it normally isn't. Can I have the mic?
Sure.
Thanks everyone who show up in between the conference, and I know a lot of you are excited about the party at the Wharf later. We are Crypto.com. We're really happy to be in Miami, and oh yeah, there you go. Let me see if it works. So we have got more serious tapping into the US market starting from last year, and I myself have relocated from Hong Kong to the US just to help activate the market as well. And I know that some of you have, how many of you have heard about Crypto.com before today? Oh my God, there's so much support. But we want to bring more people outside this room to know about not just Crypto.com, but cryptocurrency. So we have got like a couple of the trains, the Metro Mover now across downtown, just to bring more people to get excited this week while everyone is gathering in Miami. So to introduce myself, my name is Maggie. I'm the SVP and Head of Marketing at Crypto.com. Today we also have our VP of Institutional Sales. She's just joined us, Diana, to talk a little bit more about the institution market. And we also were invited one of the influencers that we have been partnering with, Ryan. He has a YouTube channel, Crypto Fiend, to talk a little bit more about his view of the trends in 2020 and so on and so forth. All right. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. We have been using this referral code at the conference as well. We have been handing out free drinks vouchers, but here I noticed that you don't really need that. You just can go grab a drink. But for you who are interested to try out our product, this is our referral code. And this is better. And then you can scan it and then get $50 value out of using this code. I myself, I'm going to sort of repeat again what I shared at the conference earlier in the morning about the ecosystem roadmap of Crypto.com. I think a lot of you have heard about us, but most of people know about us from the ICO days that we have a Visa card product. But we have evolved a lot since then. It's been 2 years of hard work. And this is the slide we start using a lot. And this is how we like to introduce ourselves more than we are just a card provider or we are a lending platform provider. What we are building as our end goal is an end-to-end ecosystem. So we are offering services from trading, payments, to finances. So starting off from the app, you download the app, you can buy, you can sell, store, and track your crypto. And then pairing with our Visa card, you can convert your crypto into fiat currency and use it anywhere Visa is accepted. On the finance side, right, a lot of you like to hold your crypto instead of use your crypto. So you can deposit your crypto and then you can earn interest. We talk about up to 8% annual interest rate. Or you want to get an instant loan, we offer you up to 50% out of the amount that you deposit with us. What we highlighted in red is what we have already rolled out to the market. And this year, we're going to focus so much on the DeFi version of it. And then we have 2 trading tokens. And then we got the MCO token that support the utility side of the centralized version of our wallet app versus TCL token will play an equivalent role for the DeFi version.
Bitcoin.
I go too fast. I think I've talked to a lot of you. I've repeated myself many times what Crypto.com is. But for you guys to get a better understanding of our Visa card product, we have prepared a video.
best money we've ever had. With a different kind of money comes a different kind of card. A metal card, powered by crypto. Every time you spend, you get 3% back instantly. Want more? We've got that too. Paired with a powerful app that lets you buy crypto at true cost. Earn up to 8% on your crypto, and even get an instant loan. Most importantly, it's secure. Have an issue? Connect with a real person 24/7. Don't like fees? Neither do we. Oh, one more thing. How about these perks? The future is here. Reserve yours now.
I do want to go faster through these screens, given how many of you in the audience have already heard about us. Again, we are a wallet app provider. On it, you can buy and sell. And this is the Visa card product. And we spend a lot of time today explaining the perks. It comes in different tiers. We do require staking and the token economics to give out the best values to our customers, including such as like free Spotify, Netflix, and all that. The Earn product, we launched it in last May. We've got really good traction. We have been like enhancing the product ongoingly. At the moment, we support up to 18 coins, and for supported coins, we offer up to 8%. And for stablecoin, even higher interest rate, and for our own token, even higher interest rate as well. The equivalent side of the other side of the lending platform is a credit product, where we have now, since the rollout, same time, May last year, we have increased the loan to value ratio up to 50%, and we are now supporting up to 6 coins, and we're gonna keep adding more as we speak. And in November last year, we launched our own exchange. We got in this highly competitive space Q4 last year. Now the public beta version is live. We know that we have a lot to catch up on, but it's sort of like a natural next step for us to complete the end-to-end ecosystem. And I think the key proposition that we can offer to our users is you now start trading on Crypto.com exchange, and it's then what you do with the crypto portfolio later on the utility side that really matters, and we can provide a seamlessly integrated experience to people. For now, we focus more on making sure that we're offering good pricing, liquidity, and because we use staking mechanism, so for people who have staked CRO, you get the most competitive pricing fee structure for trading on this new exchange that we have. Simultaneously, we have launched this fundraising platform called the Syndicate. Because it's important, like we got more new projects, but as the space is getting more crowded, it's harder for new exciting projects to be listed in promising exchange. This is something that we're doing back to our community. So what community can do is then now they will have a voice to vote for new projects they would like to be listed on our exchange. And in order to do so, they will also have priority to get like early on allocation of the coins. But more so to project owners, like we are not charging project fee, and we actually even help them raise capital, and because we can then integrate to the utility side, right? We can help promote the application of the token simultaneously as well. This is the slide I think I'd like to spend a little bit more time on. I think I guess asked this question a few times today is why, right? Why not focusing on doing one thing well and dominate the market? I think the advantage we can get out of building a robust end-to-end ecosystem It's not just from a user experience standpoint, right? You don't need to go in and out of different platforms to do different things. You can buy, you can sell, you can do everything on one single platform. But at the same time, we leverage of the staking of our tokens, we can give better values to the users. So I was using this example a lot. I am a Visa card holder as well, and I have staked 500 MCO. And for this 500 MCO that I have to stake in order to get the Visa card, I'm also automatically enrolled for the Earn program. So this 500 MCO I'm parking with the wallet app, I'm also making interest as we go. And for the other crypto, like I have hold some Bitcoin, and I also put under the Earn portfolio, and I can get a high interest rate than people who have not staked MCO. So this is how we design, and for every product we roll out to the market, we always pull back and say, from a user experience standpoint, from a financial incentive standpoint, are we doing it better? Not just comparing with other providers, but as a whole, are we doing it better than? This slide is a little bit cut off, but as we eye out for 2020, there are a couple of key initiatives that we would like to focus on. One of them would be a DeFi version of the wallet app that we have now rolled out in the market. And with that DeFi version, the other token that we have, CRO, will play the same equivalent role. And more of the values, perks, and benefits will be reviewed as we launch the products for the rest of the year. But at the same time, for the new exchange that we have launched, again, we have a sliding pricing structure based on the amount of CRO that you have staked, and also that would determine your voting power on our fundraising platform as well. The other interesting initiative that I was highlighting at the presentation in the morning is that right now, the way you use a Visa card is actually a debit card. It requires you to manually convert your cryptocurrency into your fiat currencies before you spend it. And you do have to sell. You do have to sell, and a lot of us don't want to sell. I want to hold on to our Bitcoin, right? And so a product on offering a credit directly tied to topping up the card will be launched very soon this year as well. So that will complete, like a lot of people in their head, like, why would I want to spend it? But we have already laid out a very strong foundation of rolling out our Visa card to the market. This would be just a very attractive new product features that we add onto our ecosystem. So that's it for me. I'm going to now pass it to Diana, my colleague. She is the VP of Institutional Sales. We're very happy to have her on board, joining Crypto.com recently. As we're now growing in the exchange market, she will be the one driving the market penetration. Welcome, Diana.
Hi, guys. So I'm Diana Pires, as she's just introduced, and I'm running essentially the exchange business, but more in line with institutional clients. So I guess, my hiring as well as my team is really an answer to a call from institutional demand. So Crypto.com has a very, and we're very proud of it, very big retail base, as seeing just from so many of you here. Through the credit card and through so many different offerings that we have, it was a gradual kind of decision to go into the exchange space to really cater to some of our more quote unquote sophisticated clients that needed a little bit more of a glossier product offering. And through that, it's really just, the crypto space is evolving every single day. Even just trading patterns, even if you, were completely inexperienced 2 years ago, now all of a sudden you want margin trading, you want derivatives, all about 10x, right? So it's really an answer to that, really. It's the demand. A lot of our partners have really asked for more sophisticated trading tools. They've asked for margin trading. They've asked for derivatives. They've asked for all kinds of things that essentially we offer and will offer through the exchange. So whilst at the moment, it's in beta and we're working, at length with a lot of our, institutional partners, market makers, OTC desks, whatever it is, to really kind of build a robust solution. And in terms of, being able to cater to these guys, it's really partnering with these guys and building an exchange from the ground up. So we did it the other way around to everyone else, right? So we built the platform, we catered to the retail space, we made you guys really happy, gave you a bunch of benefits, and now we're like, right, so how do we work with these guys that are not happy with the exchanges and a lot of the solutions that are out there? And really it's building an exchange alongside these guys from the ground up and really understanding what they need. And by that, I genuinely mean I talk to these guys every single day and ask them, what do they want? Right? How do we ensure that we have, robust infrastructure? What do you want from the API? What are the kind of rate limits that you need? And it's working. It's still in beta. The volume's nothing to write home about, but it's picking up. And really and truly, because of such a strong retail brand, thanks to so many of you guys and us working alongside you, it's picking up and it's picking up really well. And it's really made my job so easy, and I hope it stays that way. And I guess it's that really. It's, working on, we do need an OTC desk, it will come. We do need derivatives, it will come. Guys don't like to talk about custody solutions and regulations. It's boring, but you need it, right? And I'm pretty sure that something that will lead the conversation around regulation is where do you store it? And having a ledger in your back pocket just isn't going to cut it. We like to boast about our gold standard in terms of security and custody, and it really is that. I don't want to jinx it, but we haven't, our app hasn't been hacked, we haven't had anything stolen, we haven't had any of these things happen, and we hope to stay that way. And it really is by working with institutions to work with these guys, understand exactly what they need, build it up, and facilitate it just as much for the retail base, right? So, when we are going, when we do offer and roll out margin trading, you guys aren't losing a lot of money to market makers or to OTC desks or being completely over leveraged, and, not to name any names, but we will lose, right? As a retail base, trading in a very sophisticated space with zero derivative background or trading background, you're going to lose. So we're really kind of trying to bridge the gap between the app as the fiat on-ramp, right, onto the exchange and slowly rolling it out, So we're doing spot, we'll probably get into margin soon, get into futures and get into options at some point, as well as having an OTC desk and really making crypto.com sticky, right? You come in, you download the app, great. Stake some coins, here's a card, use that to top it up. Now go onto the exchange and use some of the more sophisticated trading products that we will roll out. And then if you want to cash it back out, back through the app, and here we go. And you can use our custody solutions, and then you can use our lending, and you can use our credit. And why would you go anywhere else? It sounds like the most cliche thing I could say, but it's really trying to be sticky. And just reverting back to what Maggie was saying, it's really just building out a full ecosystem and ensuring that you guys have all the tools that you need, keep the retail happy and the institutions. And that's really what my job is here. And with that, I'll keep it short because it's just an informal introduction. We're still in beta, but I'll pass it over.
Thanks a lot, Diana. And I think the corporate side of offering is something we will go more heavy, as you can see in the second half of 2020. We still have a lot of work down the road. For the last session, we have invited Ryan is an influencer that we have been working for quite some time now. He has a YouTube channel called Fiend. Go check it out, subscribe. He's got like really cool content. That's why we love working with him. He's gonna share a little bit of his experience working with us, and then also to talk about his point of view on how the crypto market is going to evolve in 2020. So thanks so much, Ryan.
Thank you guys. Oh geez, that's loud. So like Maggie stated, I'm Ryan Rotolo. I've been working with crypto.com for about a year now. really helping promote their content on their platform, their different features, stuff like that. And it's been an absolute pleasure. I've made a lot of money through the Earn platform, etc. So nothing but good stuff today. But today, I want to talk about some exciting stuff. But before we begin, I want to know what type of crowd I'm working with, okay? So I'm going to shout out a couple crypto cults. And if you're part of any of these groups, don't be afraid. Raise your hand, show your presence, all right? So do we have any Bitcoin maximalists in here? Yeah? All right, we got a few. All right. What about Ethereum developers? All right, mad respect. Where's the XRP army at? All right, for you guys, the door's that way. No, I'm just kidding. What about the Chainlink Marines? Any Chainlink? Okay, yes, sir. VeChain Virgins. Where are the VeChain Virgins at? Yeah? All right, buddy, yes. Lastly, I want to know if this is your first cryptocurrency conference or meetup, raise your hand. All right. Great. So as you guys see, in this one room alone, we have great diversity going on right now. And as we transition into 2020 and beyond, we are going to see unprecedented adoption and growth in this new financial industry. So, like Maggie stated, I'm Crypto Fiend, also known as, I'm Ryan Rotolo, also known as Crypto Fiend on YouTube. I'm a little nervous, all right? And today, I'm going to be sharing some info with you guys. Now, I know I don't want to waste your time. You could be doing something way more productive, like checking CoinMarketCap for the 80th time today, or maybe convincing your wives to put your baby's trust fund into Bitcoin. But I'm not going to waste your time. Today, we are going to be talking about some future developments that will be happening in 2020 and beyond. So, 2020 is going to be a very promising year in all aspects of the term. We just had Bitcoin's 11th birthday not too long ago, and a very large milestone is on the horizon. The halvening, the most anticipated event for the past 2 years. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been paying attention, ready for the halvening. So I want to take a look back in time because we're only 115 days, and I want to look at the first halvening that occurred in 2012. A simple time, and I'm sure the majority of you can agree. Back in 2012, Bitcoin rose an astonishing 663% pre-halvening and reached an all-time high of $1,000, or 3,400%. Fast forward to halvening number 2, Bitcoin rises an incredible 383% pre-halvening and hits its all-time high only 1 year later, breaking $20,000 in 2017. The point here is we see a clear cycle that takes place with Bitcoin, and we are winding up for our third halvening only 115 days away. I'm not here to give price predictions, but considering we have a larger foundation in the cryptocurrency space than ever before, whether that be Bitcoin's hash rate, social media exposure, cryptocurrency on-ramps, economic stability, government adoption, things are looking very promising moving into halvening number 3 in May of 2020. Enterprise blockchain adoption grew massively in 2019, and that was just the tip of the iceberg. We saw the largest companies in the world adopt blockchain tech, whether that was Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Walmart, BMW, DHL, Samsung, Nike, the list goes on. Now, although these companies may not directly affect the adoption of cryptocurrencies right now, it's a huge step in the right direction for adoption to transition towards this rapidly growing financial industry. The United States blockchain patents alone continued to rise in 2019 and surpassed 300 between the companies of Bank of America, Microsoft, MasterCard, IBM, and Google. The majority of these companies I just listed are making their transitions towards blockchain tech right now, and this is just going to continue. As we steam forward into 2020, we're going to see the largest conglomerates in the world make their transition to the smart technology, blockchain technology. Scaling has always been a challenge with the older generation blockchains, but in 2019, we saw impressive moves forward with the implementation of the Lightning Network for Bitcoin, and even for Ethereum, DeFi went live and proof of stake development is nearing completion. It's very important that we continue to innovate on past blockchains to continue the upward growth curves, whether that be the price or use case for these blockchains. For Ethereum specifically, we saw a period where the community began to get very discouraged on the future potential of the second largest crypto in the space. 2020 is looking to be a very productive and valuable year for Ethereum, the foundation, and their community, as we see a massive transition with the definition of its use case. While DeFi represents a very small portion of the cryptocurrency space, it is looking to be a very promising one. With an average of 3,456 unique users joining DeFi applications per day in 2019, this figure is most likely to continue drastically in 2020. Now, as we are currently at the first ever Crypto.com meetup in Miami, Florida, it wouldn't be just to not mention some of the milestones that Crypto.com has achieved over the past year. Crypto.com has been working around the clock and to provide the community with the best experience possible, but too much was launched in 2019 to list them all here today, so I'm going to point out the very impressive ones. MCO Visa cards were released in 9 countries this year, offering 7 fiat and 53 cryptocurrencies. The referral program revamped allows you and your friend to earn $50 when signing up. The best referral program I've ever seen, at least in crypto. MCO card rewards were increased. The launch of the exchange beta and the very generous syndicate program was launched. The astonishing announcement that 60% of all CR tokens are locked up till November of 2022, and the massive adoption of the Earn platform where you can receive up to 18% on select cryptocurrencies. I don't intend to sound like a salesman, but this team really does deserve massive respect and praise for the relentless effort and quality work they continue to provide to this space. They are really setting the standard for cryptocurrency companies around the world. I couldn't be happier to be a part of this ecosystem moving forward into 2020. Now, 2020 isn't just all about Bitcoin, mooning, and Lamborghinis. It's also going to be the year we see leading governments around the world launch their digital currencies, and third world countries finally get the bank accounts that they rightfully deserve. Did you know that China, Sweden, Thailand, Israel, Japan, Ecuador, Turkey, Iran, Caribbean islands, and Venezuela have begun research and development of their own digital currencies and plan to implement them in 2020. This list is most likely to get a lot longer as competing economies like the United States and the European Union begin to wake up and realize this is the future of finance, or they can just be stuck in the 20th century of finance. It's their choice. Now, as cryptocurrency enthusiasts, we see this unique and once-in-a-lifetime transitioning happening around us, and it can sometimes be hard to comprehend or explain. But if you take the time to look in the past and where we are today, it's clear as day that this transition is happening. Whether it be Crypto.com's honorable growth over the past 4 years, Bitcoin's rise to take the title of most profitable asset in human history, or even Elon Musk stating that cryptocurrency is his safe word, the one thing that's always hits homes is that the fundamentals and key principles of the cryptocurrency space have never changed, giving the power back to the people. Although it may seem that this industry has come so far since the Genesis block in 2009, I can wholeheartedly promise all of you that this party is just getting started. Thank you guys so much for joining me and everyone else at the Crypto.com meetup in beautiful Miami, Florida. If you want to learn more on cryptocurrencies or blockchain, don't hesitate and check Crypto Fiend out on YouTube. Thank you guys.
Wow, thanks so much, Ryan. I don't know how to put words to it because I find it way more convincing when someone who is not working for Crypto.com to talk about us. And I think that's also part of the reason why we are in Miami. We see some good traction in terms of new customers coming in out of this city, and this is a special shout out for the locals here. So if you're willing to work with us, like how Ryan has been working with us, please let us know, because just by us telling you how awesome Crypto.com is, I think it's not enough. I think the best way is to try out the product for people who have like really in-depth understanding and knowledge about this space, for them to evaluate why Crypto.com and how we are comparing to the other offerings in the market. Because at the end of the day, we are building a community together. So once again, thanks so much for Ryan's support. I know that a lot of us would like to have a chat with us after this, so I want to cut it short. But before we finish, I would like to see like if any one of you in the audience got any questions. Thanks. We didn't stage that.
Hi, my name is Carol Van Cleef, and I'm just curious. You're asking for help here in Florida. Could you tell us about your what you're approved to do in the U.S. In terms of offering what kind of product? And I think there was a mention of was 700, 800 coins on your system. But can you actually offer those to U.S. residents, and to what U.S. residents can you offer them?
Yeah, I think this is something we get asked a lot, like because we are actually headquartered in Hong Kong. But we are a product offerer for the world. When we first rolled out the beta version wallet app on App Store, it was actually made available worldwide. So we before we even switch on our effort on acquisition, we have been getting organic installs from users around the world. And in fact, US has been one of the biggest markets, even before we tap into it very seriously. Now, when I say we want to get more into Miami, the reason is one of the key signatures part of our Visa card, we managed to start launching in July in the US. So this is the second market that we can roll out our Visa card, followed by the first market in Singapore. So since then, we got really healthy traction and momentum coming in from users across the country. And then, of course, naturally, we need to step up our acquisition effort. And with me now in the States, we are in key markets that we really want to activate. We started our effort in California last year, actually. I spent a lot of time in San Francisco. But Miami, it seems to me a natural next step. And I think for people, like for us to really tap into a Miami market, we need to be here. And we need more people like you who believe in our product to collaborate with us, for us to really truly turn on this market and get more useful input back to our team, our development team back in Hong Kong, so that our product it will be continue to be like optimized based on our users' input as well.
Well, I guess my concern is that California is a unique market because California doesn't regulate crypto sales at this point. However, Florida does. And do you have an appropriate license to operate in the state of Florida? I think that would be very helpful because there are consequences to users if it's not appropriately licensed.
We care so much about legal and compliance front of work. Part of the reason is we are one of the few partners with Visa. We cannot compromise that. Even when we first roll out the card product, we were not able to deliver to all of the states in the country. We switched on 38 states, but then we worked really hard to switch on the other markets. And until we get all of the approval for all of our key partners, we cannot enable that. And so now we can operate out of Florida. Out of the whole country, New York is the only state that we cannot operate. because we haven't got the bid license yet. But we put in, I actually took out a slide on the work we put in compliance and security and data privacy. Because as I mentioned, we put in a lot of rationale in terms of user experience and financial incentives. Like every product we roll out, that has to make sense from an experience standpoint, from an incentive standpoint. The last area I didn't touch on is actually trust. How someone can trust us, because you are having the confidence to deposit a huge sum of your crypto portfolio with us to earn interest, right? So this is also the kind of questions that we get asked a lot. We kept all of the users' fund in cold storage, 100%. We have a small portion in hot wallet to handle the day-to-day transactions and operations. Unlike some of the players who probably are no longer in the industry as well, because they take in a big sum of money and then they will circulate to do other investment activities, and that really compromise on their liquidity and cash flow. And this is something that we don't do. And on compliance fund, naturally, because we partner with Visa, right? So there are a very strict protocol that we need to follow, and that's why we are still one of our key partners with Visa as of today.
Any other questions?
What happens if the card is lost or stolen? The Visa card? A few questions. Number one, what happens if the card is lost or stolen? Two, you may have touched on this. Do you offer margin trading? If not now, will you offer margin trading in the future? Number three, where's the company based? You may have just reiterate that, please. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I love your question because I lost my card recently. Someone took my card at the last conference I was at. I was showing it as like a sample card, and then they thought that it was a sample card that they could take away. What you can do is on the app, because you have to pair up with the app to use your card. That's how you top up your card. There is actually a freeze function. You freeze your card, so even people who have taken your card, they cannot use it. They cannot use it because it has been frozen, okay? So then you contact our customer service, which is 24/7. You don't talk to any robot, you talk to a real human being. Let them know, cancel your card. I got to reinsure in less than 7 days. I don't remember your second question. It's in the development roadmap. It will be made available. I don't have a concrete timeline yet. Sorry? This year. Yeah. And the last question is where we're based in. Our headquarters is in Hong Kong, but we've got team all over the world to tap into the individual market. One of the recent hires is general manager for the Europe market. As we are now rolling the Visa card out to the EU market, we're gonna strengthen the resources on the ground as well. We have now been doing that for the States, and we're now gonna move over to the EU as well. But our headquarters is based in Hong Kong. They're still protesting, yeah. They are, yeah. No problem. Any other question before drinks?
So I have another question. So as far as like the MCO and the RCO, like you said they were backed by gold, right? What are they like backed by? And my other question is, what is it, the MCO and RCO backed by? And like,
We raised our ICO of MCO back in 2016, and it's not backed by anything. It's actively trading. It's currently ranking about 60 on CoinMarketCap. We issued a second token, CRO, last year. That was part of this development of our native blockchain, because eventually we want to roll out our own native blockchain payment gateway. And CRO was originally designed as the key settlement token. But as we evolve on developing and completing the ecosystem roadmap, we see this role of CIO in supporting the utility side of the DeFi version product. So that's how we split the role between MCO and CIO. CIO is currently about like 20 something on CoinMarketCap, and going really strong, really performing.
I was wondering, do you have a time frame for the futures or the options as far as the rollout comes out on the software?
I want to make the answer longer, but the answer is no. We tried that previously, and then we don't want to set our expectation too high, but as how Ryan recapped it, we did deliver a lot last year. And that is how strong our product and backend engineering team is. And so I have full confidence in them. And once we're ready, we'll be able to roll that out. And we are still at really early stage of exchange. In my opinion, I think there are a lot of things we need to do. We gotta get a lot stronger traction. We gotta drive in a lot more volume before we are ready to roll that out. So it's not just from a product development standpoint, but it's like how we accumulate the traction as we go. And so there is a lot of burden on the marketing side, right? How do we bring in the volume to support the trading team that is gonna be as critical as well? Once again, thanks so much. I'm just so impressed by the turnout and so much support, even though it's our first time in Miami. Definitely hope to come back very soon. So thanks so much. And thanks so much for Josh. I contacted him like about a month ago saying that we need to do a meetup, and the team is just amazing, offering lots of support. Hope to be able to continue collaborate with you. Thanks so much. All right.
All right, guys, so if you haven't noticed yet, we have a wine bar in the back, so feel free to help yourself to some drinks and maybe do a little mingling and networking while you're at it. And thank you guys again so much for coming out here. And I just want to give another thank you to Maggie, because we really appreciate major players who are helping our mission of mass adoption come here. So thank you.